go into that just now. Technical things. So good. I want to do this, Umar. I want to do this live a bit different today, just a little bit different. Um, I feel that me being the mentor, I feel like I didn't give a man in this room enough recognition, and I think we need to do that. Alex, I know it's been some time. We're glad to have you back on the call. When a guy joins a program and hits his first $10,000 in sales, in how many days was it?
3 weeks, four
Man,
weeks.
10K in 3 weeks. So what I want to do, dude, I must tell you, fucking amazing. You're a champion. You need to know that. You guys are the people that take the information and you go the extra mile. So it's really cool to see that. I like that. So what I'd like you to do, I want you to just tell the group, what did you do differently? Like in terms of we said Alex do this, and then you may have been like, okay, Shavaan, Naeem, the coaches are saying do this. I'm gonna do this plus maybe five more. I want to hear the mindset behind that, and I'm sure other people can get a lot of value from you, and you need that recognition.
hmm
So share it with us, please.
Um, I would say the only thing I really can give is the concept of Kaizen, and it means be better, even a little bit every single day. So something has to improve because when you launch the bare minimum, right? You just get it out there. But let's
Yeah,
say in the shopping cart, you can increase the conversion rate by having the written 30-day money back guarantee or 1 year warranty. And you don't really get to do that on day one when you are launching, but you get to do it over time with these small changes. And that really, how would I say it? It compounds into a lot more sales, let's say into 3%, 4% conversion rate instead of a 1.5%. So
yeah.
that's what I try to do with everything.
Good stuff. Can you give us some examples? I see, like
Yeah.
I can sit here and coach and coach and coach, but when someone's taken the information and applied it and
mhm.
they've gotten a result, it's awesome. It's good for other people to hear other people winning. So tell me, like, give me an example of a part, whether it was your ads, your website, I don't know what it was, that you saw as challenge. You came back the next day and you improved, and it got better.
Um, yeah. So for example, um, one of the main levers was the offer. So
Hmm.
the first week, I didn't get really many sales, although it was cheaper at first. So let's say I was selling it for $40. So I decided to try some different offers to really try and swing at the customer with big changes because when you are starting with the small budget, the 50 USD, you have to make big changes if something isn't working. You can't do small changes because that doesn't really fix the issue of, let's say, under one ROAS. So you have to do big changes and try really big things. So I upped the price by like 20, $30, added some
20,
offers like a
$30.
discount,
Okay. Hmm.
and that worked. And then I improved the ad. So I always, when I hit a winner, I decipher what made it a winner. So let's say the hook was very interesting, the message in the hook. So for example, with my product, it was the baby carrier, right?
Yes.
So I said,
And tell me about your
uh,
product. What are you working on?
sorry?
Continue. So someone just
Yeah,
mic was running.
yeah, no worries. So I said in the hook, POV, you are carrying a 14 kg child and it's still, and you still look hot. And so I decided to see, hey, why did this ad work? Maybe it's the fact that the child is heavy, or maybe it's the fact that the mom is considered hot by having this carrier. And
Mm,
I did this split testing, and I scaled it.
nice. I remember when the previous calls you were jumping on, you were using a lot of AI to make your ads as well,
Yes.
and that was rocking.
So a lot of people here probably will do the ad fully AI.
Yeah.
I just generated the clips with AI, and then I edited it. So it wasn't 100% AI. which makes it look more natural, makes it look way better.
Hmm. Good stuff. Good stuff, dude. And you know, Alex, when you joined, I remember very clearly you were messaging me when you launched. You were a bit of a you want to know things and know it now. A lot of DMs to me, Shavaan, I'm doing this. Can I increase price? And I said, go ahead, increase your price.
Yeah.
And we did it. Good. Tell
I
me, you
also
said
love the dude, should I increase the budget every 3 days? And he said, yeah, increase it every day. Just fuck it.
good, good. Speed is key. Alex, coming back to things, in the first week when you launched, you were unprofitable. You said,
Yeah.
hey, I'm not making money. But eventually we moved that bloody campaign to a four, as like 3.5, 4 ROAS, which is money printing.
Yeah, it was the offer, it was the retargeting. But um,
Okay.
the main thing, a lot of people here might not be profitable in the first few days, but if you have a lot of add to cards, it means demand, and you can convince people. You just have to convince the people better, right?
Yeah.
For cheaper. So it is a sign of if you get add to cards, if you get purchases at a reasonable rate, you can convince people better.
Super, super.
Yeah, that's
Um,
everything for me. I will leave it up to you, coach. Now.
cool. And just to like touch on that, well done, mate. Well done. It's really good to see that. And yeah, it's like think of a diamond. You know, it's not a diamond's like a raw rock. This raw rock is not shining. It doesn't glitter. It's not glamorous. It's an ugly rock that comes from the earth that looks like glass. But you do one cut, it starts to, it looks a bit shiny. You do another cut, it looks to be shiny. After 1,000 different cuts that you've worked on this diamond, it starts to sparkle. That's your e-commerce business. It's not about just launching with the right product. It's the right offer. It's like a whole bunch of things that come together that we have to be obsessed about in a way. And yeah, start with the most important cuts first. And over time, you guys will figure it out. Awesome. Nice way to start the call, guys. I like that. Let's go. Umar, let's jump back into.
Yeah, sorry, I think you said you were gonna, yeah, you said you were gonna say something, you said you were gonna coach something about, I think it was about,
Metrics.
yeah, metrics.
Metric. So in terms of your funnel metrics, are we talking top of funnel metrics that are bad, which is your cost per clicks, or is it your cost per initiate checkout, or is it cost? Which one is it?
Like cost per click, for
Cost per
example.
click. Cost per click is there two ways to improve cost per click. Number one is maybe your ads are showing to the wrong audience, which I doubt that's happening. So cost per click. The next thing, improve cost per click is better ads, better hooks, more visually appealing. A shit ad gets a bad cost per click. Remember, we are advertising on a social platform. Our guys that we advertise to, they are literally like they're watching the most dopamine stimulating content there is. And we trying to get them getting to purchase products on that same platform. It's the best, but our ads need to be so stimulating. It needs to make them like, after they watch some guy that jumped off a cliff that survived and his girlfriend caught him, then they see Umar's, that bear hugging pillow. That it needs to be a scroll stopper. It needs to be like, whoa, ah. All you need is to make them stop scrolling and listen. That's it.
Okay, cool.
Better ads, better ads, and more. You guys know how to write copy. You need to have a good headline. Your headline is so important. Before people read your primary text, they read your headline. Headline is the big thing. Let's see if I can show you guys this in this ad. I'm gonna go into an ad account now. Okay, here's an ad. I'll show you right now. me go into it quickly. Here's an ad, here's a brand. You see, before someone reads your primary text, here's your primary text here. No one gives a shit about our primary text until we give them a reason to think about it. The only thing people see, this is how if I'm scrolling and I see an ad, I see visually what the hell this ad is showing me. Product in my bloody face. And I'm saying the name. The next thing after I see visually and I watch a bit, I watch maybe 15, 20 seconds. I then read what? Headline. Look at my headline. 15% off plus get our limited edition combat tee free. I'm giving you something. Ah, now if I'm a nerd, I'll go and read this. Your new pre-workout just dropped, blah, blah, blah. But if this is good and the headline is good, I'm clicking shop now. When I hit that shop now, hold on, let me see if I can find the shop now button. Anyways, here's a link. If I hit shop now, I come here. I need to land and where the offer is bold in my face. All right. And if they see it, they need to see what the heck they get, everything right up front. No, I don't want fluff. I want to be educated about the offer. But the main thing is those are your key triggers, your biggest levers right now. What they see, your headline. If that is all aligning, they might read primary text if they're older, or they're just hitting shop now, and your landing page needs to be so visually easy. Like Avi says is the best. Avi says people don't read, they scan. They need to see the offer. They need to see, oh my God, it's only today, that kind of stuff. I get this. Um, I'm getting a deal. So many other people have bought it. This is such a big brand. That's all. And I'm enough to convince me.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
Lead better ads.
cool. And then is that high CPMs, is that also related to that as well?
High CPMs could be, look, you're targeting a very expensive niche. You're targeting in a competitive country like the US. US will give you high CPMs. Maybe you're targeting an older niche. Older people cost more. Younger people are cheap, but they suck. I hate selling products to 18 to 21-year-olds. They're losers, all of them. No offense, guys. If you don't go sell to 21-year-olds because they're very intelligent. The people that are in like the 30s to 35s plus or 30 plus, they're not as intelligent. So you want to target those people. They don't know other offers. You can bluff them a bit, put it that way, with ecom.
Okay, cool. Yeah, thank you
That's
very
it.
much.
Cool. Yeah, better ads. All right.